My name is Karen Lee Pollock and I'm an immigration attorney. I'm often asked, what is the H-1B visa? Well, the H-1B visa is for people in a specialty occupation. Generally speaking, a specialty occupation is one in which requires the attainment of a bachelor's degree or higher in a specific specialty as a minimum for entry into the occupation in the United States. The bachelor's degree does not have to be from the United States. It can be from an equivalent foreign school. Where an employee obtains their degree overseas, we will get their degree evaluated by an educational evaluation company that hopefully can attest that the degree is equivalent to a degree from a US accredited school. Also, even if the person does not have a degree, if they have specialized knowledge in a field, they also may be eligible for an H-1B professional visa. The USCIS uses the 3-for-1 rule, so 1 year of study is equivalent to 3 years of work experience. So, for example, if you have 13 years of work experience, then you should be able to qualify as in a specialty occupation as you would have equivalent work experience to a degree. The first date to apply for an H-1B visa is on April 1 for a start date of October 1. So just because you apply on April 1 does not mean you can start working once the visa is approved. You can only start working at the start of the fiscal year, which starts on October 1. There is quite a rush to get these H-1B visas, as only 65,000 of them are issued each year. That sounds like a lot, but for example, in 2008, all 65,000 visas were taken in one day. In years before, there's also been a random lottery because there's been so many applications for H-1B visas all in one go. The H-1B visa is valid for 3 years and may be renewed for an additional 3 years. With some exceptions, and unless the employer has sponsored the employee for a green card, they would then have to leave the country if they are not eligible for any other type of visa. The first stage in applying for an H-1B visa is to do a labor condition application with the Department of Labor. This is filed online and you receive approval approximately 7 days later. In the labor condition application, you provide information on the employer, the salary, the job description, and where the employee will be working, especially if the workplace is different from the place that the employer has as their headquarters. It usually takes, as I said, 7 days. It may take longer where the Department of Labor has to verify that the company is a valid lawful company. Once you get the labor condition application approved, you can file the H-1B petition. Again, you provide certain information on the employee and the employer. You provide proof or evidence of the employee's qualifications, including translated documents such as degrees, academic transcripts, educational evaluations if required. You will also provide information on the employer, the employee's past visa history if they are already in the United States, to show that they are here lawfully and have not overstayed any visas. And that will be submitted to the USCIS. You can, again, file for this visa by premium processing and get an answer in 2 weeks. I really recommend premium processing for this visa because if there are any problems or the INS or USCIS requires additional information, they will provide you with a request for evidence within 2 weeks so you can tackle that and provide any supporting documents that they require. Once the application is approved, if the employee is in the United States, they would have changed their status to H-1B status. If they are outside the United States, they will be issued a H-1B visa at the US consulate in their home country, and in certain cases, they can apply for the H-1B visa at a different consulate. You should talk to an experienced immigration attorney before doing consular processing not in your home country. If you have questions about the H-1B visa, please feel free to call me.